What's all this? Better come down here. How long have you been in here? Eh? How did you get here? We've got a stowaway.
What do you think you're doing on this ship? I see. Come on. All right, now we'll try once more. How did you get on board? Where do you come from? What's your name? You wait there.
Come in.
What the devil's that?
A stowaway, sir.
The captain.
Stowing away on the Andre Fisser? Where did she come on board? Rotterdam?
I can't get anything out of her, sir.
What's your nationality?
Always that question.
Everyone has a country. What's yours?
She doesn't sound French to me, sir.
Who was on deck watch last night?
Well, if it was last night, sir.
Huh?
I mean, she could just as easily have got on at Antwerp or Hamburg.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Ich spreche viel Sprachen.
Oh, Norwegian.
She can't have been with us since Oslo.
An awful lot of turnips could have been in this haversack.
I am old woman. I walk many land. I work hard. I sleep where I can.
I'll lock her in the sick bay till the police arrive.
Police? I do no harm.
You were trying to steal a passage on my ship.
I steal nothing except turnip. I am old woman. I cook. I look after you. I make you all happy. I make you very, very happy.
Take her to the sick bay, Trion.
Yes, sir. Come on.
She can't be Belgian. We were only in Antwerp for 4 hours. So if we can't find out where she does come
Oh,
from...
don't worry, Monsieur. The immigration people soon
They
will.
don't? They won't take her off.
But we've got to sail in 3 hours.
She hadn't even got a name. According to my captain, she's some kind of gypsy, tramping around Europe with a sack on her back and one of those vast umbrellas you see the shepherds carrying in their van.
Could she be French?
She can certainly speak French, after a fashion. Unfortunately, it's not the only language you can speak after a fashion.
No. So where is she now?
Well, she didn't have any papers, and as I couldn't hold up the ship indefinitely.
You mean to say they had to sail with her?
They're on their way to London with her. It's not in the least funny, Henri.
I don't think they'll manage to land her in London.
I doubt if they will manage to land her anywhere. So, Henri, get that woman off my ship.
You are Italian.
Si.
Mi piace gli italiani. Sono buoni cuochi. E buoni amanti, huh? Huh?
Luigi, how much longer we got to put up with that old bag? Aren't you always saying we could do with a woman on board? Where did you learn Italian?
Dino teach me.
Dino?
Dino and me, we have fishing boat. The Mariella, she is called. But it is not very often to fish, we can. So fast, this Baddely. Zoom, zoom across the water from Palermo before anyone can catch us.
Smuggling from Sicily?
They have catch us once. Big policeman, black mustachio. But Dino, you know what he say? He say he's cousin to El Duce, Mussolini. And this carabinieri, I'm not so sure if to believe.
Mussolini's been dead for nearly 30 years.
Si. Molti anni fa.
Now, you think carefully, eh? Name. What is your name?
People call me many names.
I'm not surprised. I could think of a few I could call you myself.
Sometimes Italian, they call me Passionella. Because I am so lusty.
I think there's little point in trying to sever with a writ for trespass on the Andre Fisser.
There must be some way under the law to deal with her.
Until we know where she comes from, there's not even a law to invoke.
Half an hour's hard questioning by a lawyer of your experience, and you'd soon find out where she comes from. Now, Henri, you must at least come to Le Havre to see her.
Now be quiet a minute and listen, will you?
Let me out! Let me out!
You can come out just as soon as you tell us who you are.
She'll break it down soon. She's as strong as an ox.
Well, if we haven't found out who she is by the time we get back to Le Havre, they won't take her off there either. Listen, this is the captain speaking.
What is it you're doing there, Nonna, huh? If she goes into one of her sulks...
Sulks? Damn her sulks.
She'll drop off to sleep, and that won't help us. At least when she's working in the galley with me.
You're not letting that creature handle our food.
Well, sir,
More like to learn where she come from when she's happy and chatter like a monkey than leaving her in there.
All right. But remember, if we're not shot of her by Bordeaux, we don't dock again till Lisbon.
It was you had me locked in there. The captain, he never do it except you make him.
ah, shut up, will you?
He's a good man, Il Capitano. He remind me of my father.
Father? Who was your father?
You're all alike. Officers, police, uniform. Captain's order doing the job, huh? Knock you down and say, just doing job, huh? Well, what do you think you do? Read in a book all the time when you should be writing to your mother.
My mother?
You've not sent a letter home since I joined this ship.
Yeah, well, you didn't join this ship, you old crow.
Right, that's enough. Aren't you two supposed to be on duty? Now, go on. Take your damn school book with you.
School? What he study?
Gerard wants to be a doctor.
You're supposed to be a seaman on this ship.
Oh, you're jealous. You wish that when you was
And never mind, Jedi, you sit down. Now, you said you could remember your father.
I am not speaking about my father with you.
I'll have you back in the hold in a minute.
He was a count.
A what?
Noble blood flows through my veins, Monsieur Drillon.
Well, unless you wanted to flow around here too, you'll tell me who he was.
Perhaps if she told you about the big house, huh?
What house?
And the parties at Christmas. Fir trees and snow, and hundreds of guests driving up in troikas.
In what?
Troikas, the Russian sleighs.
Does that make her Russian?
If you ask me, it's just something she read in a book once.
You think she can read?
Names on railway stations, signposts, villages. Know where I was. At Christmas, there would be more than 100 couples sometime. I used to peep from the top of the stairs. All day I would be bringing in the wood, logs for the fires. Need a lot of fires for them big rooms.
But you said the Count was your father.
He used to say if I work hard and work good, he might let me stay there. Would a Capitan let me stay if I work harder?
Hey, just get her off the ship, will you? Because if you don't, I might very well get off myself, Monsieur Legrand.
Oh, come now, Duval.
Well, why should I be saddled with her?
If you've been keeping a proper watch on
So
board...
it's negligence on my part, is it?
Now, gentlemen,
Well,
please.
if she thinks she's staying here for good...
Why not? I work hard. Yours, Luigi, I help in galley. Trinka always work hard.
Trinka?
What do you mean, Trinka?
That is my name.
Well, why the devil didn't you tell us so before?
Trinka what?
Just Trinka. People call me many names. Italian,
They call you Passionelle, as I was told.
Dino say when he make love to me, I am so fat. He get 2 girls for the price of 1.
Who's Dino?
Mussolini's cousin.
No, that was just joker. We have this boat at Palermo. Marielle.
Forget about Dino. Who called you Trinka?
That's what they all call me in the circus.
You were in a circus?
I was acrobat. Oh, I was thinner then.
What circus was this?
We played many cities. Bucharest, Prague, Paris, Berlin. That's how I speak so many languages.
How long were you with them?
I was very happy. I used to help to look after elephant and try to be acrobat. But Anton, he say, I never will.
Who was Anton?
Anton? Great artist. Acrobat on the trapeze.
Well, if we could find him, do you think that he would remember you?
Of course he remember me. But I was young girl. He nearly 50. You think he'll still be alive?
I don't.
Oh, I think maybe I am too old to go back to circus. Better it is I stay here.
If you think just by getting on a ship you've got a home for life...
Just a minute. Now, Trinka, the circus, what was it called?
It was Anton's circus.
Yes, I know it was Anton's circus, but what was it called?
Du Lescu. Cercle du Lescu.
Ah, bravo, Michel. But where did you find it?
A Professor Pinot, a collector mad about circuses. Says most of this came from a job lot he picked up some time ago.
Ah.
Come and look.
Where?
Through here.
What?
Voila.
Oh, no.
Look at that.
What? Let me
Oh,
see.
and try these on for size.
Oh, Michel, belly. Oh, look
at that.
this. This is fascinating.
Met?
I know this. What? Oh,
And the very trapeze that Anton du Lescu did his somersaults from.
Oh, really? And do you mean to say he's lent us all this?
On pain of death.
Oh, now, Michel, you find out the first train to Cherbourg in the morning, please.
Henri.
Yeah. The Andre Fisser gets to Cherbourg at midday, only stops there 2 hours. Now, if I miss her there...
You can't be serious.
Yes, Abby. Now, look, just look what Michel stuck up. Look here. This is the trapeze of Anton. And look here, the horses, plumes, funny hats, and it's sausages. Oh, wait, just a minute. Yeah. Michel, when was the circus disbanded?
In 1933 in Berlin, it went bankrupt.
Henri, surely you have better things to do than run to and fro Paris and the Channel ports at your time of life.
Now, look, Tilde. If Trinka is one of these women, that alone may bring back her memory.
Surely your health is more important than whether some gypsy stowaway remembers some old photograph.
If the plight of an old woman forced onto the oceans simply through lack of nationality is not worth worrying about, then it's a poor lookout for justice. Besides, it intrigues me.
Ah. Why you eat so much spaghetti?
I like spaghetti.
Is it because you're unhappy?
I eat spaghetti because I like spaghetti.
Nobody else eats spaghetti.
No one else is Italian.
Dino, when he was unhappy and far from home, he used to eat spaghetti.
He was Italian too.
He ate it because he wished for home. Why don't you go back to Viareggio? Open a nice restaurant. I could do the cooking here.
There would be a mutiny.
Can I come and help you at the restaurant in Viareggio?
Trinka, please.
This Dreon chief, he unhappy too. You have naked women in his cabin.
Some people have all the luck.
I mean, pictures.
No, who doesn't have pictures?
The Capitan, he has a picture of his wife and children. But this Dreon, for him it is the naked women, the pins up.
When have you been nosing around my cabin?
I go in there to clean.
You do what?
If you want women, why you come and ship where there is none? Why you run away?
Ah, both up you all.
See it, me police.
The captain, monsieur. Monsieur Bersac is back. Only this time I hope he knows what to do with you.
Questions. Why all these questions?
Because you've no business on this ship, that's why.
You'll miss her, won't you?
Cosa?
If this lawyer gets her off the ship, you'll miss her.
Go on, get out!
Can you find yourself there?
Where is Anton? I cannot see Anton.
Perhaps he took the photograph.
Did he, Trinka? On the day the circus broke up, gathered you all together. Try and remember.
Ah, there is Hans, the clown.
Yes, well, we've got some of his things here, Trinka. We've got his wig and his false nose, all sorts of things from the Cercle du Lescaut. And look, this is part of Anton's very own trapeze. There. Does it bring things back to you? Yes, I'm afraid Anton's dead, and so is the clown. But, Trinka, some of these women might still be alive. Look, even if you can't recognize yourself, there might be somebody there you could recognize and could put a name to.
I work hard. Trinka, work hard.
Trinka, try and imagine yourself back here again, with Anton in the front, taking the picture.
I could do Gerard's work, so you have more time to study.
Gerard?
One of our seamen.
Why could I not do Gerard's work? Dino always say I'm very good sailor. Gerard studied to be doctor, but he not right home to his mother, and this is bad. I know what it's like to be a mother and hear nothing.
You a mother?
Well, not a mother, huh?
You've got children of your own?
You think I'm not fit to have children because I have been in circus?
Oh, no.
Ah, what is das?
Yeah.
Ah, you so respectable citizen. You're just like my husband.
You've got a husband?
Our little boy, Yves, must be nearly Gerard's age now.
Must be a lot more than that if he's your son.
Francois must be growing up too. I buy a little doll. Toy acrobat. Whoop. Over she go. Francois has a hiding place she think I don't know about.
Where was this?
Big vase and all.
No, I mean, what house were you living in the time? In what city?
Bananas. Bananas on the gate.
Bananas.
This is what Francois always calls them. Stone bananas. When you come round the corner from the Place du 8 Novembre, you see the house on the left. Such a pretty pink house. It was always nice to get back there and know you were safe home. All those bangs and fighting.
What's the war on?
Not a nice city.
No. Anyway, we know it was in France.
France?
Well, Place du 8 Novembre. That's a French name.
It was not in France. Never have I lived in France.
Do you speak the language?
But what about your children's names, Yves, Francoise?
Even not my children.
But you said...
I am an old woman. If I have children, they'd be your age now.
Well, who were Yves and Francoise then?
I used to take off their little coats, covered with snow from the Trinka rides. But always I work hard. Trinka always work hard.
Was that her own childhood she was talking about then?
Well, I think so.
And where was it spent?
Romania, Hungary, perhaps even Russia, who knows? I don't think she was wanted even then. I think she was a foundling, an abandoned child taken in by some servant and reminded every day that if she didn't work hard, she'd be thrown out.
And do you think she was?
Well, all the unpleasant things she seems to be able to shut out of her mind. I think that's the secret of her survival.
She certainly does have a knack of being discarded in the worst possible places. I mean, Russia in the 1910s, Germany in the early 30s. Do you think perhaps she went on the streets when the circus was disbanded?
I think she got married.
Married?
Well, the children, Yves, Francoise.
But she denied they were hers.
Well, perhaps the marriage broke up and she was thrown out for the third time.
You mean because of her affair with Dino the smuggler?
Yes, Tilde. Why not?
She's stateless. Which means not a single country in the world gives a damn what becomes of her.
So?
Well, if nobody wants her, nobody'll miss her, right?
John, if you're thinking
what
I'm
police force do you know that would start inquiries if she disappeared, eh? Officially, she doesn't exist even now.
What party, sir?
Well, there's enough liquor on board. And except for those on duty, you can all get as sloshed as you like. Well, what do you say, Trinka?
She's not invited, sir.
Certainly she's invited. Parties need women, don't they?
Oh, I'm too old for parties.
You'll be guest of honor.
What for this festa, huh? What for?
Well, I thought we could all do with a bit of cheering up.
Why? Everybody happy? Drink and make everybody happy.
It's my birthday.
Your birthday? Oh, Luigi!
Huh?
It is the Capitan's name day. Molto da fare, molto.
Didn't you have a birthday less than 3 months ago, sir?
I've aged a year in the last week. Haven't you, Chief?
Tonight we have fiesta, Luigi. It is the Capitan's birthday. You will see what a very good cook I am. I will make lucumi.
What?
And other sweet things you will see. A good man, the Capitan. I have always said.
Come in, Marcel, come in. Do sit down.
Thank you.
Look, why don't you stay to dinner?
But Henri's already been invited to dinner.
Has he?
Yes.
Oh, how splendid.
You've forgotten, haven't you?
Another sign of advancing decrepitude.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Shall I book your plane ticket, Matt?
Yes, please, Miss. Thank you.
Plane ticket?
Yes, to Bordeaux.
Oh, Henri, really, this is getting absurd. When are you going?
Till the day after tomorrow. Poor Marcel has to meet the ship tomorrow.
Well, I'd better see about the dinner.
You seem to have everything under control.
Now, look, Marcel, I've been looking into the precedence of stateless persons. And although we don't really know who Trinka is, I think there's a fair chance of getting her into France.
Well, it must be the day after tomorrow. After Bordeaux, the ship does not touch French soil again for weeks.
Well, we shall need witnesses or other proof of the facts, and I rather think it's going to be some little time before we get her position finally settled.
Go on.
Well, it would be a great help if some French citizen would come forward to vouch for her.
For her?
Yes, I thought perhaps you.
You expect
well,
me
you see,
to...
the more French citizens who vouch for her, the better our chances are. And, well, do you think that Captain Duval would?
I doubt that.
Oh? Well, he wants her off his ship, and I believe you do, too. Do let me give you another drink.
Thank you.
Well, I've already made arrangements with the prefecture at Bordeaux, and I think with any luck, Marcel, she'll soon be off the ship.
Lucumi? You like lucumi? You like lucumi? Oh, no.
No, thank you.
Why nobody drinks lucumi, huh? Something wrong with drinking?
Why don't you show us how you used to dance in the circus, huh?
Anton always say I never make acrobat, but he let me dance with the clowns. Oh, what's wrong with that? Clowns is not to be laughed at. Clowns is very serious people.
Yeah, come on, Trinka, your health.
It is a good fiesta, huh? Trinka, she drink to Il Capitano. The Capitan look after us all, like Anton, like my father.
No, then no speeches. Come on, drink.
No, I give you the dance hall. Turn Now we have music. Trinka will give you the dance. This will do for tambourine. I'll give you the dance of my people.
Trinka, who are your people?
We all have a people, Gerard, a home. You have Clermont-Ferrand, where you should be now, looking after your old mother.
And where is your home, Trinka, huh?
I've not told you where my home is?
No?
I'm sure I have.
Where?
On this ship. The Henri
Doing? She'll not need food where she's going.
Won't she?
Luigi.
Here. It's not the drink that's put her out. Somebody's drugged her.
I'll get her up on deck.
Why?
Captain's orders.
For what?
She's going out happy, isn't she?
No!
Well?
All right, then.
What the devil? If you touch that woman,
What'll you do? Call the police?
Luigi?
I put him overboard. You think I'll do nothing and just watch? Requiescat in pace and Ave Marias? She's my friend.
Oh, cool down, Luigi.
She said I should have a big, smart restaurant in Via Reggio. She's right. For what do I stay here? To see murder done? I'll walk off tomorrow. You can do your own cooking and poison yourself with it.
Luigi? We're not going to put her overboard.
But the chief said the skipper...
The skipper's changed his mind. We're just going to put her ashore.
No.
What can you do for her anyway?
I can...
Give her a home. Ship's cook. She'll be all right.
What do you mean you can't find her? Here's Monsieur Legrand ready to take her off our hands. You say you can't find her? I mean...
Good morning.
Trinka's gone, Henri.
Huh?
Well, she must have slipped ashore just now. She's had plenty of time. We've been berthed an hour.
God. But I've just made all the arrangements. Are you sure?
Well, perhaps you'd care to search the ship.
Luigi, she'll be all right.
Did I say not?
No, you just looked it.
She said I should start a restaurant in Voyage.
Yes, well, you've often said that too.
She didn't know that.
Does she also know you'll never do it?
Why shouldn't I? I know just the place. Little terrazzo with vines around it, overlooking the bay.
It's a dream.
It might not have been a dream if only I...
Listen, it's only a couple of 100 kilometers to where we left her. If you set off now, you might even get there before she wakes up.
How can I? I'm ship's cook here, aren't I?
You're a dreamer.
She thinks she can cook, huh?
You seen Trinka?
What?
There you are, Monsieur Bersac. She must have walked down the gangplank and gone off.
Well, it does seem a pity to lose her now that we've found her a home.
A home? For her? They were going to let her in?
They have let her in. I've spent all morning before the judge. Monsieur Legrand here was going to vouch for her. I would have done too if necessary.
Perhaps she got wind of it and pushed up fast.
No. She's an old woman. She's tired. She wants to lie down. That's why she liked the ship. It was a home. She said so.
She's better off where she is. An old wanderer like her isn't going to settle down anywhere.
If only she knew about this.
Well, she doesn't.
Do you know where she's gone?
Yes, I know where she is.
Luigi?
Or where she was. 200 kilometers away on a Brittany beach. They put her ashore, just dumped her on the beach.
What is this?
Trinka would never have left this ship unless she had to. They dragged her. Just left her on the sand.
What did you do to stop it? What had you got to offer?
Marcel?
He'll lose his command. If you had to blow it, you didn't have to do it in front of a lawyer.
If they found a home for her.
In jail? Do you think Legrand would have her in his house? Or met Bersac?
But they said...
Just to get her off the ship. The only thing they were fixing this morning was to get the immigration authorities to take her off. Put her in quarantine in the port's detention center. Thank goodness we gave her a good start.
I didn't know. A home, they said.
Now they'll soon catch up with her. You've shocked her, Luigi.
Look, what does it matter? She's off our hands. Nobody owes anything to a person like that, and least of all me. She forced herself onto my ship. I just shoved her off. No harm done.
There's a question of the law.
The law owes her no protection. That was the point right from the start. She never legally existed. So, what could you possibly charge me with, Monsieur Bersac?
Putting illegal immigrants ashore.
I see. All right, you can finish me in the Merchant Navy. But all you'll get out of that is to get our Trinka on your hands. Is that what you really want? She's gone. Good luck to her. Now, if you don't mind, I'm sailing in 10 minutes.
Do you think they'll find her? She could still be asleep on that beach.
Well, I don't think they'll even go after her.
No.
That Monsieur Trinka.
Keep a lookout, Gerard. Quick.
What do you do?
Hide. Come on, you're trying
Take
to...
your hands off me, Luigi.
In here.
Let me go. I hope you'll see the captain.
You'll see no one until we're out at sea. Go.
And you did nothing.
Well, what was there to do? Tell the police? No, it's better this way.
For whom?
Well, Marcel Legrand's got what he wants.
An old woman drugged and left on a seashore. But just left there. Is that what he wanted?
Do you expect me to go and look for her again, your old gypsy stowaway? Of course, I could always catch another train somewhere, or even a plane.
Henri, how can you be so heartless?
Well, how can you be so illogical? What are you doing?
Not that it matters now. Not in the least. But I think I've discovered where she comes from.
You have?
Listen.
Stone bananas. When you come round the corner from the Place du 8 Novembre, You see the house on the left.
Now, Michel has searched every street directory in France. Place du 8 Novembre. There's no such place.
France had an empire once. The Americans liberated Algiers on November the 8th, 1942.
Algiers? Yes, of course. The war. All those bangs and fightings.
But they'd hardly be likely to rename the square the Place du 8 Novembre on the very day the Americans landed. No. The fighting she was talking about happened long after that.
But there wasn't any fighting in Algeria after that until
the riots before independence.
FLN, but that was years later. That means
that she was living there with those 2 children she mentions less than a dozen years ago. And you were going to leave her on a beach.
Why you not tell him I am back?
Because he'll send you back to France and lock you up. Keep a lookout, Gerard, till she's finished eating.
Luigi, we're not going to be able to hide her for long.
The officers don't come here much, and the men don't care.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't trust Andre if I were you. Trinka, how did you know that lorry you got into was going to Bordeaux?
I tell him to. I tell him I missed my ship. He drive fast. He was a very nice man, that driver. He reminded me of the captain.
Oh, for God's sake, woman, the captain was going to put you over the side. And he will this time if he catch you. Now listen. Tomorrow we're in Lisbon. Then 4 more days till we get to Naples. It won't matter if he finds you there.
Naples? We go to Italy then?
There in 5 days.
We look for Dino and the Mariella.
Dino? No. We look for a nice restaurant for Luigi in Viareggio.
Are you serious?
All it needs is someone to speak for her. If Monsieur Legrand can do it in France, Luigi can do it in Italy. Why not?
They'd never let her into Italy. Not even for you, Luigi. Not a chance. Italian law is different.
No, Marcel. No, listen. Don't turn the ship back to Bordeaux. No, let it go on to Algiers. It's most important. Yes. Now, how long can the ship stay in Algiers? Only 1 day? Well, that doesn't give much time to establish things, unless, of course, that I'll ring you back, Marcel. It's not a very long flight.
Algiers.
Yes, Algiers. They think that's where you come from. Trinka? What's the matter? Weren't you happy there?
What is it, Nonna, eh? You don't want to go to Algiers?
Want it or not, that's where we're taking it.
I'm sorry, monsieur. She did not live here. She scarcely seems the sort of person you would expect to live here.
She may have called herself Trinka.
I'm afraid I can't help you.
I think she looked after 2 children called Yves and Françoise. She may have been some sort of nurse.
She did not live in this quarter, monsieur.
Oh, what a remarkable vase, madame.
My husband was a collector.
Is your husband about?
He's in his grave, monsieur.
Forgive me, I'm very sorry.
Anyway, if it was about this woman, I doubt if he... What are you doing?
I was just trying what is known as a long shot, madame.
Oh, Mother, will Eve be back soon?
Good afternoon. Françoise?
Good afternoon, monsieur.
They won't keep you in Algiers if you don't want. They just have to find out if that's where you came from. You won't have to stay.
Oh, leave her alone, Luigi. You think she was your grandma?
She's a lot nicer than my grandma. My grandma was an old drunk. That's why I ran away to sea.
When do I go back to my cell?
She was an evil, wicked woman.
No, Mother.
You were too young to understand. She brought a lot of trouble on this house.
Well, Eve and I both loved her.
But where had she come from?
As far away as Egypt, I think, maybe further.
She'd been married to a German once, she said.
Oh?
Please sit down.
Oh, thank you. German, you say?
A small-town official. A magistrate, I think. He picked her up in a sleazy nightclub in Berlin.
I never believed a word of it.
Oh. Did she ever mention his name?
No, she wouldn't even think about him.
She came here one night begging.
For work, Mother, not money.
She was only meant to stay for a day or two, but my husband was always soft-hearted. No backbone.
Well, how long did she stay?
About 6 years.
Oh. And then?
And then she nearly got us all arrested.
Oh, Mother, that's the one thing she didn't do.
She tried to blow up the bus station.
Trinka did?
During the FLN troubles.
I never believed it.
But they saw her carrying the thing. Done up in a brown paper parcel. She left it under the seat in the bus station and then she walked away. They caught her outside a few minutes later, staring at the rubble after the explosion.
If she'd really done it, she'd have run away. They did terrible things to her.
How do you know?
Of course they did. They always did, the Paras. But she told them nothing. Not even where she lived. Or they'd have come round here asking us about her, wouldn't they? Nearly get us arrested. Well, she went through torture rather than involve us.
Knowing her, she'd probably forgotten where she lived anyway.
But would that have made it any easier? Trinka never even knew her real name. But do you think those Paras would have believed that? Mother and Father never even went to the police station to try and see her.
How could we? They were difficult times, you've no conception. You couldn't afford to get mixed up with terrorists. But go and see her and put us under suspicion. Anyway, if we did do wrong, we paid for it afterwards.
Mother means that Father died almost 3 months later. Out of shame, I think.
Francois.
He was never the same after they took away Trinka. Where is she now, Monsieur Bersac?
She's on her way to Algiers.
She's coming back?
Yes. I'd be very grateful if you would at least see her.
Certainly not.
Well, I'd love to see her, Monsieur.
Thank you.
You will not. I forbid it. She's a wicked, vicious woman. We'll have nothing more to do with her.
I don't believe she planted that bomb.
Well, who else? Who else?
Francoise has treasured it all these years, Trinka. She's getting married soon, and she hopes that you will go and live with her. Trinka, I know you didn't blow that place up. They just gave you that parcel and told you to leave it there. You didn't even know what was in it.
I say nothing. Nothing. Take me back to my cell.
All right, Trinka, you're not in jail now.
Come on, old girl. Luigi wants to learn how to make that lukumi. He didn't know it was Arabic.
Look after her.
Yes, sir. Where are you going? You want to lie down in there? She thinks it's a cell.
And leave it open.
I've always suspected it was my father she was protecting. And Mother must have known.
Well, in that case, I think she'd be happier in France, not Algeria.
Oh, but we can give her a home here. Oh, please, let me see, Trinka.
But of course. But Françoise, I think you ought to know that her great strength lies in her ability only to remember the good things. You know, she found her way to Europe somehow or other after they let her out of prison here, and even that last horror she's managed to forget completely. It's a trick she has. It's what's kept her going and kept her happy. She can't go back to an earlier way of life. Come in.
She's not in the sick bay, sir.
Huh?
Her haversack's gone and that crazy umbrella.
Chief, she was seen going along the quay with Luigi.
Excuse me.
You been there long?
A while?
Did you see the old woman and Luigi? Oh, where did they go?
Luigi went below to his galley.
Trinka?
Who knows?
Well, she was birthed pretty clear. She could have had time.
Where's she bound for?
West Indies. Non-stop.